Everyone, we have another edition of Aging in Style with American Retirement Advisors. We have President and Owner Joe Vitale with us on the couch. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Good morning. How
Good
you doing?
morning. I'm well. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
All right, so don't forget Joe's newsletter, everyone, Financial Vitals, for the latest in the market trends and financial news. We got the QR code for you right now so you can screen to get access. Of course, no better time to talk about things that can be done to improve your planning for retirement in the new year. So, Joe, how did our market end in 2023, and then what are trends for the new year?
2023, we saw a lot of the losses from 2022 come back.
Okay.
So the market was very, very strong. We were calling for probably 8 to 10%, but we actually got a lot more. NASDAQ was way over 30, so was the S&P. But still, you know, a lot of the losses of 22 came back, so now everybody's back to even almost, right? As long as they stayed the course and stayed in the market and didn't pull out. So I think 2024, we're anticipating a decent year. Especially we're seeing everything kind of in check, but we're also seeing interest rates starting to pull back a little bit.
Yeah.
And if that does happen, if they start to reduce rates slowly but surely, we're going to be okay. But if they get a little crazy, then the market's going to react.
Okay, sounds good. And then, you know, if a person who does want to retire, how do they replace their income in such a changing market?
You have to, if you have that reoccurring predictable revenue. So if we always like to put, when they're ready for retirement, if you have that predictable income stream coming in every month, you got that mailbox money coming in, then you can invest a little differently, have some growth options to make sure, as long as that's taken care of, you don't have to worry. But if you're always, oh my gosh, the market's up and down, you're not gonna, it's gonna be horrible.
Absolutely. And any safe investments that you could recommend to keep up with inflation or what have you without losing so much money?
You know, a lot of times you see annuities can be really, really good in a retirement plan. They're not the be-all, end-all. So people say you got to have all these annuities. It's not the place to be. But they are, especially if you can get 5–6% guarantees out there. My gosh, that's awesome. You can just live off the interest on that. But it's also good they can do better when the market goes up, and downside, zero downside when the market goes down. So it's always good to have a piece of that in the portfolio, as well as the stocks and equities as well.
Very good. Joe, for Social Security this year, there was a big increase. And when should someone start to take that income? And what is the purpose of that?
Social Security, we have the Social Security maximization strategy that we do for everybody.
Okay.
And everybody says, oh, wait till you're 70, let it ramp up 8%. That's great, but every situation is different. So we like to look at everybody's situation individually. We had over a 3% increase last year in Social Security for people. So every case is different. I'll do the report for them. Give us a call. We'll show you the best way to do it, and then we can plan from there.
Okay. And we always talk about one of our favorite keywords here is diversifying our portfolio.
Yes.
So how can we do that to outpace inflation without too much risk?
Diversification, have your equities. Make sure you're properly invested in equities. Make sure you've got those good stocks. Some of them pay dividends, so those dividends can help for income. Some don't pay the dividends, but they've got long-term growth. So they're riskier, but they're going to grow. So if you can peel off a 3% yield to live on and still double your portfolio every 8 to 10 years, that's a win-win. So proper diversification, having safe money, it all comes together.
Yeah, and I know we talk about that often, so it's not a lost message.
Yeah.
Any update for inflation this year and how it could affect retirement funds?
I think inflation you're going to see probably, you know, it's still up a little bit over 3%.
Yeah.
It's still coming down, but there's still a lot of sticky inflation. So they, you know, the transitory word, it's still sticking around, okay? You're not going to get away from a lot of it. So making sure that you have money that is growing with safety, making sure that you don't leave. I've had people who have all this money just sitting in the bank doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Not good. We have to make sure we're at least getting some kind of rate of return on that. So proper diversification, proper allocation is the way to do it.
Joe, anything else you want us to know about starting off the new year with our retirement?
We're going to talk about the QR code again, probably in a future segment, but one of the things that we want to talk about is taxes, right? We always want to be, what is our tax bill calculator going to look like? So we want to always be aware of that. We're still in a low tax bracket environment, even though we're seeing a lot of spending still going on, which means taxes will go up.
Yeah.
So we want to be, you know, look at the taxes now. Everybody's getting, you know, the W-2s in right now, going to be doing income taxes. So what's that going to look like? Let's be strategizing right now, because a lot of people tried to do Roth conversions last year and they didn't get it done in time, you know, because it takes time to do it the right way.
Right.
So let's look at those and be proactive.
Are you ever not busy with clients?
I'm pretty much busy with clients, which is good. Praise God, I'm very happy with that.
Yes.
But yes, I do take time for the family as well.
All right, good.
But I know you don't see. You have to have a little bit of that too.
Yes. Okay. Well, I appreciate you coming in, sharing this info, and yeah, don't forget to get Joe's newsletter, Financial Vitals, for market updates and much more. Just scan the QR code that you see right there on your screen. Lots of great information. If you want more on today's topic, make sure you head over to the Aging in Style page. That's on WNEM.com.